In the name of Almighty God, the gracious, the merciful, respected participants, I welcome you in History English Literature Group, and I also welcome you in MPhil PhD Linguistic and Literature Group. Today's topic is Universal Grammar. Universal Grammar was proposed. It was produced by Noam Chomsky. Noam Chomsky is also called father of English linguistics, father of linguistics. He produced theory, innate theory, that every child is born with innate ability to acquire language. In universal grammar, he gave idea that every child, every language, all language are having universal common background. All language are universally same. They share same principles, structure, noun phrase, verb phrase, and they can be described with this structure. According to Noam Chomsky, all language are universally same and they can be described with structure like noun phrase, verb phrase, and they can be judged through senses. If we talk about the other traditional grammars, like it opposed all other grammars like traditional, prescriptive and descriptive grammar, and he produced new universal grammar. That all language shares common traits, common characteristic, they are same and they can be described through this. According to nativists, almost 6,000 languages in the world, and they share common principles, noun, phrase. They describe that all language they share common principles, common characteristic. They can be described through subject, verb, object. Some language they are varied. They don't have subject. They don't have object. Sometimes they give some example of Japanese. It use reverse order. But they share common principle. They can be described through noun phrase, verb phrase, and preposition, determiners. They can be described like that, and he gave new structure through which you can describe language and you can find the grammatical error in a language. And according to Noam Chomsky, when child is born, he is born with innate capability, which is called LADE, language acquisition device. This language acquisition device work with him when he is growing. He is developing his language grammatical structure automatically. He doesn't need to teach. And he also opposed B.F. Skinner's too. According to B.F. Skinner, a child acquires language stimulus, response, reinforcement and repetition. He rejected his idea that a child doesn't need to copy at all, to imitate behaviors like that. All the time child is not learning through imitating, rather he learns through innate capability, which is called innate device, which is called LADE, which is in the mind, in the brain of the child, and it started functioning automatically. He also prolonged his idea that it need to give input through function. If the child is given input through function, he will learn automatically in an environment. Universal grammar rejected the traditional way of approaching language. Like the people, they were following descriptive, prescriptive and descriptive traditional grammars. He rejected all these and he gave new idea regarding grammars. And now we are having generative grammar, transformational generative grammar. We have universal grammar, and he gave pragmatic idea. If we look at the two theories, behavioristic theories and as well as innate theory, we will analyze, we will automatically learn that innate theory has more value as compared to B.F. Skinner. And on the other hand, B.F. Skinner theory is also having productivity and fruitfulness in it. When we look at behavioristic theory, a child learns through imitating as well. A child is imitating and copying his parents' attitude, idea, behaviors, rhythms, and all that he learns. He tries to learn from parents as well. But to great extent, we can say Chomsky's theory is following, because it's giving universal idea. It is encapsulating all languages in it, and it is giving universal idea by encapsulating, by collecting all language together and putting them, because a child learns and child receives same structure. A child is learning in England, in America, in Pakistan, in India, wherever child is same. Child learns through senses. His senses, for example, he feel bitter, he feel salty, he feel cold, cool, and he feel whatever. So these are the senses, and the child speaks same universal with same structures that can be analyzed, further analyzed in the form of sense analysis. Like we can break into structures and noun, phrase. Sentence can be broken down into noun, phrase, verb, phrase, and determiners, prepositional phrase. So all can be described through transformational generative grammar, structures, and universal grammar. And we have another linguist, Swiss linguist Ferdinand de Saussure. He has also given idea related to language. Noam Chomsky and Ferdinand de Saussure, their idea are quite similar, but to some extent they are varied each other. According to Ferdinand de Saussure, he said that language has parole and langue. In langue, we speak language. It related to sound, how to produce language. But in parole, it is related with some images. He described language by using semiotic gestures, semiotic symbols. He said, langue is just like the signified, and parole is just like the signifier. One is signifier and one is signifying. So signifying is related to semiotic gestures, semiotic symbol. But for example, if you say dog, we say the dog. In Urdu we say that kutta, and we say cat we say billi. So in Urdu we say certain word meaning we use. How do we use? Because in our language it is named like that, and it is giving meaning like that. We understand things with semiotic pictures, gestures, images. That is why de Saussure concluded that we understand things through semiotic gestures, images, and symbols. Like dog come in special images in front of us. When we say dog, it comes special images, semiotic images in front of us. That is why he denoted thing with images, with some symbols. Cat is a special kind of animals that come in a special frame, special image when we say cat. So this way he used the signifier and signifying things. So this way he is collecting semiotic gestures as well in a way to describe objects. And if we talk about universal grammar, transformational generative grammars, and Noam Chomsky idea, he relates language learning with competence and performance. Whatever we create sentence, it is competence. But whenever we are going to speak sentence, make a speech of that text or discourse, it will be known as competence. So this what you could say, this is what we have differences in Noam Chomsky and you could say Ferdinand de Saussure. I hope you have understood short lecture related to universal grammar. I have described universal grammar and I have taught you about Ferdinand de Saussure, signified and signifier, and I have taught you about the definitions of universal grammar. I have taught you about B.F. Skinner's, Noam Chomsky, variation among us these theories I have taught you. I hope you have understood, and don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Our channel name is the ESL Academy by Sarana. In this academy, in this E-Academy, we are teaching our student online, and it's a courtesy based teaching we are teaching, and thanks.